Welcome to Yesterday on True Fair News, where we cut through the noise and deliver unfiltered truth. Yesterday, May 8, 2025, 6 stories drove the conversation across America, from trade wins to war risks and a historic papal election. The US and UK sealed a trade deal. India-Pakistan tensions flared. Joe Biden hit the View. X battled India's censorship. Trump's Libya Deportation Plan stalled, and an American became Pope. These shape your world. Let's break them down. Yesterday, the US and UK announced a trade deal, cutting tariffs on US beef, ethanol, and UK cars, according to the Washington Post. The agreement, valued at $5 billion in US export opportunities, keeps a 10% US tariff on most UK goods. Trump called it a great honor and the first of many deals, stated in Reuters. The UK will buy $10 billion in Boeing planes. UK PM Keir Starmer said it protects jobs, noted by Newsweek. The deal, spurred by Trump's global tariffs, leaves food standard talks pending. US farmers gain, but the tariff retention sparked debate. Is this a win or a half measure? Trump tweeted, UK deal's a huge start, more to come. Ex-user at TradeGuru22 posted, beef and ethanol exports up, great for farmers. Shopper XX99 wrote, 10% tariffs still hurt consumers. Starmer told reporters, this boosts both economies via Reuters. Ex-user at EconWatch99 said, good, but China's the real trade fight. X shows optimism with tariff concerns. The deal cuts UK car tariffs from 27.5% to 10% for 100,000 vehicles and eliminates UK steel tariffs. U.S. UK trade was $148 billion in 2024, a 3% slice of U.S. global trade. The U.S. runs a trade surplus with the UK, unlike most partners, easing talks, noted by Politico, but unresolved food standards could limit agricultural gains. Will this set a precedent for bigger deals? Yesterday, May 8, 2025, India and Pakistan traded accusations of drone attacks, escalating tensions after India's Operation Sindoor struck terrorist camps in Pakistan on May 6, early May 7 local time, following an April 22 attack killing 26 tourists, according to NDTV. Air raid sirens sounded in Jammu and Kashmir after alleged Pakistani drones, while Pakistan claimed to down 25 Indian drones over Lahore and Karachi, reported by Reuters. India banned Pakistani media on OTT platforms, and Pakistan evacuated areas near Lahore's airport via Indian Express. Trump offered mediation, stating, I want to see them stop. Nuclear risks grow. What's next? Ex-user at Sahil Menghani tweeted, India's missiles hit Lahore. Full-blown conflict now. At Nikki Haley posted, India had every right to retaliate via X. Pakistan's Defense Minister Khawaja Asif told Geo News, we'll avenge our losses, per Mirror Online. Rubio urged restraint to avoid escalation. Ex-user at Peace Now X wrote, both sides need to talk, not fight. Conversations on X shows fear and divided loyalties. The 1949 line of control in Kashmir fuels this conflict. Both nations tested nukes in 1998 per SIPRI. India's strikes targeted Jaish-e-Mohammed, UN-listed terrorists allegedly backed by Pakistan, reported by Reuters. The US, with $10 billion in India trade, navigates cautiously. Drone claims lack verification, raising exaggeration risks per Al Jazeera. Can diplomacy avert catastrophe? Yesterday, former President Joe Biden and Jill Biden appeared on The View for their first joint post-White House interview, according to the Washington Post. Biden called Trump's first 100 days the worst ever, blaming tariffs. He took responsibility for Trump's 2024 win, citing border and economic issues, but denied cognitive decline rumors, which was stated in the Washington Post. The appearance drew 3 million viewers via Nielsen. Biden hinted at a political comeback, sparking buzz. Critics called it a stunt. Is Biden plotting a return? Trump truthed, Sleepy Joe's irrelevant. America's moving forward. Ex-user, dims. United 22 posted, Biden's sharp, Trump's worried. At GOP VoiceX wrote, he's done, retire already. Host Whoopi Goldberg said, Joe's got fight left on the ABC show. Ex-user at VoterVibe99 tweeted, great TV, no politics. X shows polarized reactions. Biden's 39% approval rating at term's end tied to 3.2% inflation and 2.5 million border crossings per Gallup and CBP. His view appearance echoes Nixon's 1968 TV comeback, noted by Politico. Trump's team dismisses it. Viewership spiked 20% above the views average per Nielsen. Biden's 2026 midterm role could shift Democratic plans, per at PolyTrackX. Will he influence or fade? Yesterday, India ordered X to block 8,000 accounts, including news outlets, amid India-Pakistan tensions, according to The Independent. X called it censorship and plans legal challenges, reported by Hindustan Times. The move followed Operation Sindhur, with India citing disinformation per India's IT ministry. U.S. users raised free speech concerns, given X's role in debate. The block affects 7.5% of X's India user base via Statista. Elon Musk vowed to fight, stated in an X post, is this a security measure or a speech crackdown? Musk tweeted, free speech is non-negotiable, we'll fight, from X. X-user at FreeVoice22 posted, India's silencing truth. At Secure India X wrote, disinfo threatens lives, block them. Rubio said, free expression and stability both matter. X-user at TechWatch99 tweeted, X's stuck in a tough spot. X shows a speech versus security divide. India's IT Act allows public order blocks used 10 times since 2020, according to Freedom House. X's 25 million Indian users amplify its influence per Statista. U.S. debates echo Section 230, with 60% of Americans opposing censorship, via Pew Research. India's Sensex volatility ties to unrest, noted by Bloomberg. X's legal fight could set global platform precedents, per Reuters. Is X a neutral space or a political pawn? Yesterday, a federal judge ruled that the Trump administration cannot deport migrants to Libya or other non-citizen countries without due process, citing risks of harm, according to the Washington Post. Trump's plan, set to start next week, targets migrants without legal status for deportation to conflict zones like Libya, reported by NPR. The ruling protects thousands, including Tufts student Rumeysa Ozturk, per Newsweek. Trump vowed to appeal, stated in an X post. The policy aims to deter illegal immigration, but faces legal and humanitarian pushback. Is this enforcement or overreach? Trump tweeted, we'll keep America safe, appeal coming. X-user at BorderHawk22 posted, deportations needed, courts soft. Humanity X99 wrote, Libya's a war zone, inhumane. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, we're protecting our borders via Fox News. X-user at LegalEagle99 tweeted, due process matters. X shows a security versus ethics split. Trump's mass deportation pledge targets 11 million undocumented illegal aliens, with Libya's instability, 80%, controlled by militias, raising torture risks, noted by Amnesty International. A 2021 court order bans such deportations, per NPR. Legal challengers have filed 50-plus lawsuits against Trump's orders via Newsweek. Deportations cost $315 billion annually, per CBO. Will courts or policy prevail? Yesterday, May 8, 2025, Cardinal Robert Prevost, a 69-year-old Chicago-born missionary, was elected the first American pope, taking the name Leo XIV, after white smoke rose from the Sistine Chapel, according to CNN. He greeted crowds from St. Peter's Basilica saying, "Peace be with you," in Italian, ABC News. Prevost, a dual U.S.-Peru citizen who served in Peru, is a centrist, progressive on migration, but conservative on doctrine, opposing women's ordination via CBS News. Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson expressed local pride. The election followed Pope Francis's death on April the 21st. "Is this a new era for the Church?" Trump tweeted. "First American Pope, huge honor." Ex-user @To Bitterness to Joy posted, "First American Pope, historic." Real Stocks wrote, "He's soft on illegals, trouble ahead." J.D. Vance said, "Millions will pray for his success." Ex-user @Seneca Projectus tweeted, "MAGA's losing it over Pope Leo." X shows excitement and division. Prevost's election marks the first non-European pope since 741, with 30% of Chicago's metro area Catholic, according CNN. His Peru ministry aligns with Francis's focus on the poor, but doctrinal conservatism may limit reforms. The conclave, with 133 cardinals, took 2 days, according to The Guardian. Ex-debates @Chelsea Hartisma note his centrism versus Francis's progressivism. Will Leo XIV bridge divides or deepen them? Here's how to navigate yesterday's news. For the U.S.-UK deal, one could buy U.S. beef stocks. As claimed by some stock analysts, exports may rise 10% via USDA. For India-Pakistan tensions, check state.gov for South Asia travel advisories. For Biden's view buzz, follow X for 2026 midterm signals. For X's censorship fight, use VPNs for access starting at $3 a month via CNET. For Libya deportations, support legal aid groups like ACLU and also check dhs.gov for additional information. For the new pope, engage in interfaith dialogues. Local churches host events, per Pew Research. Vote for leaders balancing trade, diplomacy, and values. Act now. Your choices shape tomorrow. That's yesterday on True Fair News. Trade deals, war risks, talk shows, censorship, deportations, and a historic pope. Yesterday, May 8, 2025, set the stage. The world's loud, but your voice is louder. Dig into X, verify facts, talk to friends, and vote like it's your future, because it is. Subscribe, share, and join us tomorrow on Yesterday to beat the noise. On TFN, truth fights narrative every damn day.